Hello. No, please. Come on now. Hold your applause. No, there's really no need for that. Oh, it's a standing ovation. A standing ovation. Come on. The show's barely even started, and you're setting a really high bar, actually, because that's normally reserved for the end of the show, and I just feel like if you're doing that now, you're not going to really be able to live up to the standard that you're setting. Okay. All right. Is that flowers? I don't want flowers. I don't know you. Okay. Oh, is that a baby? I don't. That's enough. Okay. All right. Sit down. Okay. Hi. Welcome to a very special government-mandated online version of Jon After Hours. I'm your host, Jon After Hours, but you can call me Jon After Hours. Branding. We have a great show tonight. I'm so excited. ANJALI SANDHU is here. You're clapping. Okay, she's not here, because of the pandemic, but she will be on your screen. So suspension of disbelief and all that, We'll also be joined by CONTESSA LESTRANGE. You're clapping. Clap along. Okay, if you're going to have to meet me halfway here on the clapping, because if you don't, there's going to be a lot of long, awkward silences, and you're going to feel it. That's going to be on you, because I'm not going to notice it. I'm just assuming that you're clapping because I've asked you to. That's just how I live my life, actually. Every single day. It's not a problem. I talk, and I hear everyone in the room applaud me. And that's what this show is about. Me. But it's not just me here to... Actually, it is just me here tonight. I did the show back in August, and it was in a bar. Remember those? And I had other people on the team, a couple other people. So I was going to introduce them, but they're not here. So there's going to be a few things in here that are a holdover from pre-COVID. Would just stick with me. Okay, I trust you. So yeah, introducing my producer, who is not here, but she was in the tech booth when I did the real show. So Bridget, if you're watching, hi, thank you. Great. Okay, next, I am so thrilled to introduce this next person. Jimmy Fallon has the roots. Jimmy Kimmel has the worst version of the roots. And I forgot to look up a third example. It's my band, Mr. RACECAR Festival. And now I have to go get him because it's on Zoom. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh. Hello. Oh, I forgot.
Hello.
Hi, I forgot about earbuds.
Oh, that's okay. I was watching the stream.
Right. That you were on the show.
Yeah, and then the whole delay.
Right, yeah, because the YouTube is 20 seconds behind this, so live it's a loose term. But how's it going? I can hear you.
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. You might want to hold it close because maybe the people at home can't hear you as well as I can.
Okay.
That's probably
in the chat if you can't hear.
Sound off in the chat.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Yeah,
I'm gonna...
hit me with some tunes.
Okay. Can you hear that?
I can hear it.
Okay.
I lost it, but it was good while it lasted.
Okay. Yeah, it's a weird setup.
That's okay.
Yeah, it'll come in and out.
I'm just glad you're here.
I'm here to do it.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna check in with you later. We'll get some tunes. All right. Thanks, Mr. RACECAR Festival. I have to remove him now, so just awkwardly wait along while I click it and gone and gone. Wow. Thanks, Mr. RACECAR Festival. Okay, I'm assuming that you're still clapping with me, okay? Because that's like 30% of the show out the window. And this is a free show, but you're not going to get your money back. I have cue cards. Bear with me. I couldn't remember the whole thing. Okay. So, we're going to start the show very soon. But I just have to mention how truly strange it is to be performing right now like this. Like over the live stream and everything. I've never done this before. And it's just so weird because I know there are thousands of you watching right now, but there's nobody here. It's a completely empty room. My roommate Juliana isn't even here. I feel like I'm talking to nobody a little bit. Not like that. Not like a bunch of nobodies. No. I'm used to that. But it is strange to not be on stage or like getting the rush of performing in front of an audience in the same way, because it really helps me. It gives me a lot of confidence in a way that I don't always have. Getting in drag or doing improv or sketch or a show like this on stage gives me this power that I don't get in my normal life. So it's tough tapping into that, even though you're all at the edge of your seats and you can hardly tell the difference because I am nailing it. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. If things go weird, if I am not making great eye contact, if I forget you're here and I like start playing with my nails or picking my nose or something, sorry. Live TV, you know, I'm gonna rip a picture of the Pope in half. Who knows? Anyway, that was my vulnerable moment where I show that I have a human flaw so that I can be more relatable. Thank God that's over. Okay, moving on. There are some rules before we get started, just a few. Number one, if you need to leave at any point, please do so quietly so as not to disrupt your fellow audience members, if you're watching with anybody, I guess. Number two, please turn off your phones. I'm not kidding. I'll know. Number three, this venue, my apartment, is a safe space. I will not tolerate homophobia, transphobia, racism, sexism, ableism, any other form of discrimination. That doesn't give me a lot of power given the circumstances because I'm the only one here. But if you disagree or take issue with the idea of maintaining respect in performance venues, I invite you to stick around and watch the show so you can learn how to make comedy without using people's jokes that are racist, for example. Number four, the best thing about these online theater and drag and comedy shows is that you can get a snack at any point. It's completely free. So I invite you right now to go to the kitchen, grab a grilled cheese sandwich, a bag of chips, or something, whatever your favorite snack is, and come on back. Enjoy it with me. No, I'll wait. That's cool. You should have thought about it before, but no, it's fine. No, I'll come with you. Take your device to the kitchen. That's all good. Nice kitchen. Okay, number five. I swear without even thinking about it. So, Dad, just so you know, sorry, Grandma, I love you. Number six, tipping. Now, this is a free show, and I want to be clear that I want this to remain free. I do not expect any money from any of you. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that I have a PayPal account. It's paypal.me/NoraVision. You'll see it later. I have it at the intermission. And if you feel like this is the greatest show you've ever seen, if you have some of that extra CERB money lying around, if you, I don't know, own property or something, throw that my way. I won't complain. That'd be nice. Also, if you want to tip one of my guests, ANJALI, CONTESSA, or if you want to tip Mr. RACECAR Festival, send the money to me and then I will pass it to them. Just put it in the description that you'd like to tip them. And I'll take it personally, but I will give it. I will give 100% of that money to them because they deserve it just as much as I do. Okay, those are the rules. It's time to start the show. Normally I'd have like some song playing, but that's like a copyright issue. And YouTube would maybe take that down. So we're not going to do that. What we are going to do is have a drink. Because this show initially, pardon me, is about... Oh, I got to be louder. Was initially about getting drunk and being a drunk, terrible TV late night host that doesn't know what they're doing. And some of that has still remained to be true. And I don't know that I'm gonna get drunk. But what I am gonna do is make myself a drink real quick. I don't know if you can see this. It says no name alcohol because I don't want to get sued by the government. The show has evolved a little bit. It's not about getting drunk in the same way, but it is about indulgence. It is about treating yourself and not holding back who you are or what you want to be. As you can see, I'm wearing... I'm in drag right now, and that is a recent development in my life, and that has a lot to do with letting myself be who I am, because underneath my human body, I am actually a robot that was built in 2007, and I've been trying to blend in, and it's going okay, but I've decided not to blend in anymore. So I'm Jon After Hours. Now, what I'm doing here is I've added some gin to my mug, and this is some fruit compote, Truman Capote. A little bit touch of fruitiness there. Some ice cubes that I put on a plate earlier. A couple of blackberries for style, and some tonic water. And it says this is not a copyright issue. It didn't show up. I should have used Sharpie. Now I invite you to, if you drink, make a drink along with me. Enjoy, indulge, do whatever you feel like doing. Okay, we're just about ready. Okay, here we are in the show. This is it. This is the whole thing. Before we get to our guests, there is one little segment that I have, and I don't know if you remember this, but we're in a global pandemic right now. I know, and so a lot of us are staying home and in quarantine, and myself included. I unfortunately lost my job. They're great. They're cool. I love them. So, one of the ways that I've been keeping myself entertained is Animal Crossing, that I'm sure you've played or heard of, and you're sick of hearing about it if you haven't played. Too bad. So in Animal Crossing, there once you get far enough along, you can actually terraform your own island. You can build rivers and paths and cliffs and tear the whole thing down and build it up and do whatever you want with it. Really, you can put buildings where you want and than anything. So I thought it would be fun to give some creative inspiration for what kind of islands you might want to try building. Now I haven't built any of these. I used a website that I don't remember the name of to design them. And I don't know that they're fully possible, but I think they're creative. So just bear with me for a second. We're gonna do this here. Okay, now I just gotta find it. Where is it? It's in one of these files. Okay, island designs for Animal Crossing. Now, okay, so the first one that I made. I don't know if any of you might recognize it, but this is the island from Lost. Remember the TV show from 2004 to 2010? Culturally relevant. People still watch Lost. I like Lost. So I built the island that they're trapped on for 6 seasons. So here's the plane with some fire around it. We got some tents over here where they're living. It's palm trees. And then over here, you'll find the other plane, the half of the plane that crashed, or there was something else. It was a long time ago. And then this. And then this is the smoke monster. And this is the ancient temple that they don't find until season 6 for some reason, even though it's just behind some trees. We got facility. I don't remember. We've got the dock with the airplane. Anyways, if you want to replicate that. Thanks, Zoom. Okay, so that's the first one. That one is probably the most doable. And by most doable, I mean it's not doable. There's a lot of things on here you can't do. Second one. So this one doesn't look much like an island. I get that. My brother, when we were kids, had this remote control aircraft carrier toy that he was obsessed with. So I took some inspiration from that, and I thought, well, what if you want to turn your entire Animal Crossing island into an aircraft carrier? Well, this is what it might look like. It's fully concrete, and there's a bunch of planes. I put a little lighthouse here, just in case. I don't know if that's true to life, but you can do what you want. You can get creative. Doesn't matter. Yeah, not much to say here other than planes. Don't worry about these ones. These are not in the ocean. They are flying around looking for space to land, but there isn't any. Sorry, guys. You should have got here earlier. Okay, it's the second one. That one is, that's a bad one. And the third one, this is my favorite. I don't know, maybe you can recognize it. I think it's pretty iconic for what you might want to do in Animal Crossing. I think there's a lot of people out here that are doing this one. So I don't know, I'll give you some hints. We've got urban areas with lots of building and houses. I didn't get rid of the grass, I was lazy. We've got some sort of important destination. I forget what it actually was historically. That's a hint, history, the past. Right here, this is a warehouse. That's significant. This is a warehouse that someone may or may not have been shooting from. And this is a road right here with some path, and I like to imagine there are people on it. And this is a grassy knoll right behind. And ringing any bells? Grassy knoll? That's right, it's the grassy knoll in Dallas, Texas, where John Francis Kennedy was assassinated in 1963. As you can see, I put some blood on the road right here. They don't have blood in Animal Crossing, so I used flowers. And then this pink tree is Jackie O, the iconic image of her being very sad about her husband dying. She wore a lot of pink, so I did the pink tree. Anyway, this one, can't use this many houses, but very doable if you want to make the grassy knoll where JFK was killed. I don't know why, that's twisted. Okay. Hi. Hello. Me again. Now, I'm about to introduce our first guest of the evening, but before we do, I'm very excited to show a video of hers that she did. Drag performers recently, because of the pandemic, have had to move online, which is what this is all about. My next guest produced, recorded, and made a digital drag piece that I'm so excited to share with you all. The song is by Begonia. I'm really hoping that YouTube doesn't find any copyright issue with it because it's a local band because our fingers. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna pull it up. Oh wait, I gotta, hold up. Oh, I gotta do this. Just give me a sec. Hi, sorry, no audio. We're gonna try that again. Share computer sound, optimize, share. And I'm just gonna have to deal with that. Okay, we try again.
People tell me that to tell me that all the time, but I know there's a greater meaning. Running circles all around, heard you burning circles into the ground, and I know you got an earthly feeling. Living hiding in the crowds, I got shame to call my name way too loud. Got no time to talk about the weather. Thinking I might start a fight and I'm falling asleep by computer light. Oh, I know I can do much better. I get so nervous, forget my purpose, feeling worthless, but I gotta say, in our darkest hour, we still have some power. Not to know how to put that shit away. Put it away, put it away. How I feel, how I feel. Is it real? Put it away. How I feel, how I feel. Is it real? I've been dreaming all the time. I've been thinking about making you cry. No, I know it wouldn't satisfy me. Hobbies I've been taking up, trying to forget what you made me become, and I won't let it define me. I'm moving forward, tide rolling over, not always shown right. Let it remain in our darkest hour. You never lose our power. So stand in line and put that shit away. Put it away, put it away. How I feel, how I feel. Is it real? Put it away. How I feel, how I feel. Is it real? Ooh, I'll take every single second back. All the time we spend instead of running from you. I don't want to, I can't walk away. I'll take every word you said, get you right out of my head instead of running from your name. From now on, I'll just put it away. I get so nervous, forget my purpose. I'm feeling worthless, but I gotta say, in our darkest hour, we still have some power.
Wow! Incredible! Okay, now, My next guest is the person you just saw in that video, the incredible, kooky drag queen and drag documentarian, host of Drag in the Peg. It's Contessa LESTRANGE. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hi, thank you for having me. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. Sound off in the comments if you can't.
I'm not much better.
It doesn't matter. It's too late. Welcome. How are you doing?
I'm alright, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm having a good time.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit disappointed that you're not full robot tonight, because I told you I wanted you to be the robot and then I'd be the cowboy.
Right.
Instead of be Westworld.
Yes. Yeah.
Cowboy.
Because it's a cowboy hat. You look incredible. You look like a real cowboy, like an Evan Rachel Wood in Westworld.
Thank you.
I'm always a robot. Underneath this human facade, I'm a robot, so it still works.
Oh, if we peel your skin back.
Yeah, which we could.
Should that be a segment?
Nora and Contessa peel Nora's skin off. Self-care. Okay.
What's how professional I am? Hold on.
I want to know. I want to know.
I was like, okay, well, I don't want to put nails on both hands, so put them on one hand,
Mhm.
and then do it on the other, and then I just only...
And then you've only... and this one just sits here.
And how are you wearing today?
You know that I'm not wearing nails. You know it. I told you before. I was going to wear nails, except I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to operate my many tech needs with the nails on because I am like a little monster and I can't use my fingers when I've got them on. So the show must go on. So you host a podcast which explores the lives and careers of local Winnipeg drag performers called Drag in the Peg. Thank you to Claire Boning of Veneer for the lovely intro and outro music.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
You stand Claire Boning.
We stand Claire Boning. So what was your inspiration to start Drag in the Peg?
It was a college project. I like.
fuck Drag in the Peg.
Well, this is like the number one question that I get asked. Like,
Yeah.
The boringest answer. Like, I wish I could be like.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It was fully for Mark. Like,
Yeah.
because I had to.
Okay, but why did you choose drag then for this project?
I don't. I think I just liked drag. Like I
Okay.
hated living there.
Yeah.
Back in,
Mhm. Yeah.
that was like set in 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
There was, yeah, and then I knew that the drag scene didn't for me. Why don't I explore the community in Winnipeg?
So I'm not going to name names, but I bet that the same person sent us both the same nudes.
Do you think so?
I have a sinking feeling.
Because in mine, the one that she sent me, hers was flaccid. Is that too bad for...
No, that's okay. It's on. Oh my God, we're on NBC. We're gonna get. No, just kidding.
She was fully flaccid.
That's
Okay, whatever.
that's wild.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not receive the same one, so maybe it was a different person. Ugh, that's too bad. So,
Yeehaw.
yeehaw! I am gonna continue to ask about Drag in the Peg, even though it's a college project. So, something you've talked about on the podcast a few times is something that you call a drag renaissance, and pardon me, my producer's calling me. I'm gonna check what's happening.
Okay, do you want me to stall?
Yeah, stall.
Ooh, I want to look at what's going on in the YouTube comments.
Okay. Well, apparently we need more volume. So if we could, probably both of us.
Probably both.
I'm assuming both of us. So I'm gonna yell.
Is this okay? Can you hear me louder?
I think you sound the same, but we're gonna
Louder, 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 louder.
louder, 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 louder.
Just louder. Can you hear this? Or is it coming maybe from here?
Oh, it's totally that.
Is it coming from here? It was hidden behind my hair. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. We figured it out.
See, this is what happens to me. I try to be proactive and clever and beat around the bush
Mhm.
by only doing this nail. But
Yeah.
then this hand has to hold
This
it
is the hand that has to do it. You've been exposed, and this is what you deserve. Okay.
Fuck this mic.
Fuck that, Mike. Get out of here. I'm getting texts from people saying for it to be louder. Thanks for your patience, everybody. I've never done this before.
Hey, Contessa needs to be louder. Does Contessa still need to be louder?
Is that good? Is it
I'm
good if...
looking at Isaac in the chat, which is disappointing because this is 20 seconds.
Yeah, well, they can wait. We'll get back on track. Technical difficulties, everybody. Okay, my producer says it's good, so you probably just have to hold the mic there.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Great.
I'll just make sure it's cool him.
Good. For screen grabs.
Pep says sexy dress.
That's us. Okay, I wanted to ask about, you've referred to the drag renaissance on Drag in the Peg a few times. What do you mean when you say that?
Renaissance. It's interesting. The way that we perceive and the way that we sort of like give narratives to the drag scene. They're never as like clear cut as we like to think that they are.
Mm-hmm.
But there are definitely trends that we can kind of lump together to make so
Right.
For example, Villamore and Brianna Burlesque started together 2001.
Right.
You know, so we consider that to be segments. The Drag Renaissance was probably 2018, kind of anywhere from late spring when the first season of the Prairie Theater Exchange's drag classes went out,
right,
to probably the September and stuff. So that's kind of the Drag Renaissance, and then suddenly there's just a flood of new drag performers,
mm-hmm,
and suddenly everybody in the city was doing drag, and that was the times of me and Teddy and Asuma and Pep and Ruby and
yeah,
and Rose and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we kind of consider that to be sort of the drag renaissance. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not sure if it's slowed down yet. I'm inclined to say that it has.
Mm-hmm.
But, my God.
Right.
And a big part to contribute to that was the creation of Slunt Factory.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, people, I honestly don't think people give Slunt Factory enough credit because they make monthly shows.
Yeah.
Which means that anybody at anyone
Yeah.
can just start doing drag and message them into a show. That's
Mm-hmm.
huge. That's
Yeah.
never happened before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Actually, drag was just insanely accessible.
It's super accessible. My first drag show was through Stunt Factory because I just messaged them and got on a show, and the first 4 shows I did were probably through them.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah, they're incredible. For those of you who don't know, Slunt Factory is a Winnipeg drag collective of, it was initially 3 people and now it's 5. We got Dirt, Moxie Cotton, Stara David, Petty Davis, and Rose Mortel. The 5 of them started a collective in order to promote new drag queens with a focus on women and AFAB drag queens or drag performers, to let people get into the scene without necessarily the other ways that they could do it, because it was a little more closed off. It's kind of gatekeepy.
Yeah, totally. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the way that it used to be was the way that you would get booked for a show is you'd have to show up to the club in full drag for 6 months until
Yeah.
you somebody, hey, do you want to be in a show?
Mm-hmm.
And then it was them booking their friends, which
Yes.
isn't necessarily a problem, I don't
Oh.
think. But
And there's still a semblance of that.
Mhm.
I think so too. I think that's still going to exist because there is, there's working together and there's communities and there's friends, and I book my friends on shows that I do and stuff. But it's nice that there's an in so that you can get the practice and build up what you're doing, so that you can show that you've got what it takes without just being people's friends.
Wait, you book your friends? But why'd you book me?
Well, I usually book my friends.
Look at us with our little bandana.
Little.
I fully just wrapped a sash around my face.
I'm wearing a real outfit that I purchased. Okay, well, this was not my mom's. So, what was that? So, you have interviewed probably close to 30 different drag performers at this point for Drag and Peg. Yeah.
I have. I think that with the season finale, which has been postponed,
Yeah.
would have been episode 29.
29.
We also have we have our regular season where we release it. I keep saying because I feel very royal.
Yes. It gives you a production element.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So I always say we.
Mhm.
Me, it's only me. We've got our regular season where we release episodes weekly,
Mhm.
but then on the off season, at the end of every month, I've been doing a panel.
Right. Yeah.
Query.
Mhm.
Yeah. So with those performers.
30 plus, yeah. That's incredible. Do you... Just making sure that we're all good.
Am I still out?
I think you're still out. I think you gotta focus on it. Apparently, I'm perfect and can do no wrong, and you're okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Which, that's what I would guess.
Par for the course.
It tracks.
Yeah.
So you've interviewed all sorts of people from people that started doing drag in the Renaissance to people that have been doing it since the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Is that intimidating at all, talking to those people?
It was in season 1.
Yeah.
Because in season 1, I was literally just like a shitty college student. Literally nobody knew who I was.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really funny looking back at it because the drag scene is so tight-knit
Yeah.
that it must have just been like so confusing for them to just be like, who the fuck is Drag in a Peg? Just following us.
Yeah.
Claiming to tell her, like, nobody knew who I was.
Right,
So, like,
yeah.
it was literally messaging this guy.
Yeah.
The biggest and scariest drag queen in all with
The
Hey, do you
scariest.
want to come chat with me in a college basement?
Uh-huh.
Fine.
But drag performers...
Too, like,
Mhm.
slept on myself.
Exactly. So any opportunity, especially when it's recorded, oh my god.
That was a ukulele.
It's not going to survive.
Giddy up. Nobody said no though.
Right.
Except for Joan Costalata, but that was just because she was going through a hard time.
Right. And then she did
Menopause.
it.
Oh my god, my sash is dropping.
Your titties are out. This is a Christian show.
Yeah, and then season 2 is fine because I've been doing drag for a year, and everybody
Right.
knew me.
And then
So
yeah.
it was literally just like Facebook messaging my friends, being like, "Hey,
Yo,
library."
it's your turn, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
Yeah.
Second time around.
Totally. Once you build up sort of that like role in the community and people get to know you.
Yeah, but it's really funny looking back. My approach was very like, just like nobody knew who I was.
Yeah. Hi there.
Me at 150.
I'm gonna record you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are a drag performer. You are a drag host of a podcast. You also do photography at a number of drag shows. And I would say, and I think most people would agree with me, that you've made yourself into quite a figure in the Winnipeg drag scene, because
I
you.
would disagree.
Well, of course you would, but I think that the evidence is insurmountable. Because you do so much. You produce shows as well sometimes. What is it like being sort of at the center of this media representation of Winnipeg's drag?
What's it like to be a superstar celebrity?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everybody's love?
I want to know because I want to emulate it.
Maybe like I'm not just saying this to be humble because I'm not the type.
Sure.
But it truly sometimes just feels like it's me just talking to myself.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yes.
You know what that's like? Like
I've never.
Yeah. Oh, you're alone in your home.
No. Don't break the illusion.
True. No, it's sometimes like I wish that I could answer that question the way that you'd like for me to. But I really can't because I
Yeah.
don't feel like I'm central. Like I
Right.
very much feel ingrained in the Renaissance baby.
Right.
Like you know, like somewhere below, like I don't know, like Pep and Ruby and Rose.
Right.
Maybe like a step ahead of somebody who debuted at Slunt like
Right.
6 months ago. You know?
Myself.
So I still, yeah, you and a bunch of others.
Mhm.
So like I still don't feel like an established drag performer.
Right.
My God, I feel like there's so much of a learning curve that
Yeah.
and I'm up for the challenge.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is a huge learning curve because there's so much to do. Speaking of learning curves, we've recently all had to learn how to do digital drag because of the pandemic, such as your video that we showed before. How has that adjustment been for you?
Soul crushing.
Yeah.
And terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I hate drag right now.
That's so fair.
I love this because all I have to do is get ready and just
Yeah.
shoot the shit with you, which
Mhm.
is great. But
Mhm.
like the pressure on artists right now to like
Yeah.
feel like we need to keep creating is like soul crushing.
Yeah.
You know, you get home from work, or maybe you've just been like at home all day
Yeah.
and you haven't seen people in months, and suddenly you feel this like internal expectation to do something
Yeah.
remarkable and like, you know, use this time to become a genius or
Yeah,
something like
yeah.
that. And all I want to do is sleep.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely. And it feels very internal. I think it's interesting that you said that, because there is external pressure, of course, from people that are like, be productive and this is your time to everything. But for me, it is very internal, right? Where I just like want to make the shit that I want to make, but it's so hard. There's so much work that goes into drag.
yeah, I mean, like we watched the Put It Away video before,
Mm-hmm.
and like love Begonia. I love drag. I love creating and stuff like that. But a big reason why I made that video was because like all of our peers,
Mm-hmm.
all of the other baby performers in Winnipeg,
Yeah.
were just like pushing out video after video.
Oh my God, I know.
Week after week, and I was like, I've had this feeling like if I don't make something, I'm gonna
Yeah.
security.
Right.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, absolutely. And because the Winnipeg,
After hours.
here I am, baby, putting in the work. But it's so hard because the Winnipeg drag scene is incredible and so hardworking and so just like invincible to anything, because as soon as this happened, almost every single drag performer was like, okay, I guess I'm a cinematographer and a video editor now. I'm gonna go make 6 music videos.
When did everybody learn how to fucking do green screen?
I know, I've been using the same backdrop for every fucking thing I do.
Yeah, I have to like reset my whole bedroom
Yeah.
to get like a blank enough to project something on. And, like,
Yeah.
suddenly everybody's like master of everything.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So terrifying. But fun
Totally.
to see what everybody else is doing.
It is. There's a lot of creativity involved, and like, I think your video was incredible. I think it was so well done, and I think it really used the medium. So I don't think you have to worry about fading into obscurity, personally.
I know that.
You're relevant. Don't worry. I have one more sort of category of question to talk about before we wrap it up, or move into our game, actually. But I want to know if you think that if you think that there has been an impact on Winnipeg drag scene that Drag in the Peg has caused, or if it hasn't, what do you want it to be?
No, I don't think there has been. I feel like a lot of maybe this is just like the saboteur. I feel like the impact of the Winnipeg drag scene is performers have better live photos.
Right, that's definitely true.
People who like podcasts get to hear them talk for 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But when I know that the Winnipeg drag scene would continue to grow,
Right.
and would still have reached the heights that it had drag in the peg.
Cool.
And I know that, like, because
Mhm.
drag has been a peg since like the fucking 30s.
It's true.
You know, people have been holding it down and doing crazy shit for like 90 years.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to think that if I could wish for an impact that Drag in the Peg had.
Yeah.
I hope that this is a great timestamp for people in the future to see what drag is like, and I
Cool.
hope that it gives performers, like, I hope that it helps performers know that what they're doing is fucking incredible,
Mm-hmm.
that their voices are worthy of being heard,
Totally.
and that they have important things to say, and that people deserve to hear what they need to say.
Yeah.
Because we've never seen queer culture
Yeah.
portrayed in media properly, and not to say that Drag in the Peg is doing it properly, because I don't think there's ever a way to do it perfectly, but hopefully better than something like Drag Race, which is the only other body of reference that people
Yeah, it's so interesting to compare what the Winnipeg drag scene, and I'm sure most local drag scenes, look like compared to the sort of cookie cutter, thin view that you get of drag on Drag Race, which is, pretty thin, I'd say. But where it's just 90% cis gay men, or a few that are non-binary but still identify and present as male, and a few trans people. But it's really not representative of what drag is, because drag is for fucking anybody, you know?
Yeah, which is what confuses me so much about, because, like, I mean, Drag Race was, I guess, my stepping point, but
Me too.
I really only dove into drag when I started doing Drag in the Peg. So this, like, whole discussion of, like, like whether AFAB performers or trans women can do drag is like so baffling to me because I understand drag as like pure performance art.
Yeah, it's anybody doing whatever they want.
Exactly. I guess maybe if your body references drag from like the 80s where like maybe passing was more of like a goal. But to me the goal now is like nobody looks like humans anymore.
No,
they all just look like vaguely feminine or masculine or agender creatures.
Yeah, it's just like makeup however you want to, and then maybe some wigs and maybe some this, and it's just about creating an image and a moving image that impacts people.
Exactly, and we're piling shit onto ourselves constantly. So like, who cares what the fuck what is underneath?
You can't tell.
It's so bizarre.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
Well, I want to play a quick game with you before we move on. It's ridiculous and stupid. And that game is called Celebrity. And I invented it on my show, not Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
So, I'm going to think of somebody, and I'm going to give you a couple hints, and you're going to try to guess which famous person I'm thinking of. And then you can try it too.
Oh god, I love it.
Okay, great. So I'm going to give you a couple hints. Okay, this person is a talk show host. They have they are known for their witty rapport and the games that they play on their show. They used to be on Saturday Night Live, and they have won 2 Emmys.
Ellen DeGeneres.
That is incorrect. Ellen DeGeneres, get out of here. No friends. Ellen's a cop. No, the correct answer was me. It was me. I won 2 Emmys. Well, you should have gone with that. Okay, second one.
Okay.
This person was a Hungarian noblewoman. She was known for
Hungarian noble?
no Hungarian.
Oh my god. Okay.
Hungarian noblewoman,
Right.
known for bathing in blood, and they were arrested but freed and did not face
I know this
punishment.
one.
Really?
Sarah David.
You're right. It's Star David. That's so. How did you guess that? No. Okay. Do you have one?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh fuck, no, I don't. Hold on. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
She was in Sin City, number 1 and 2.
Oh my god.
God, she's gorgeous. I would literally commit a major felony just to look like her for a couple hours.
Lady Gaga.
What? That was number 2.
Well, she should have been a number 1. Maybe she was behind the scenes.
Oh my god, her mole was so huge.
It was huge. Okay, who was it? Who was it?
It was Rosario Dawson.
Oh, we love Rosario Dawson. Okay. I've got one more before we go.
Okay.
So this person is really into fitness. They're known for their red plaid. They look good in a red plaid. They were born in the Southern Hemisphere, and they've appeared in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Thor.
Art Best.
No, but close. I'm going to show you who it was. I got a picture. I gotta get rid of that. Let me share.
This is only funny to people who know local drag story.
That's okay. It doesn't matter.
Secrets of love.
Can you see him?
Top secret files of Prevalians are hot. I can do that.
No, that's not what I want to see. Hold on.
I see a dark box,
Hold on, I'm gonna try that again.
and it's not mine. Thank you.
It's this fella. His name is Roald. He's from Animal Crossing.
Oh, Bolt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he played Thor.
Yeah, I buy it.
Yeah. It was great.
I'm more of a Marina girl myself.
Yeah, understood. My favorite is Hamfrey.
My boyfriend got
I love Hamfrey. He's just a cranky old man.
Oh, fuck, I love him.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today, Contessa.
Thank you for having me.
What a pleasure. Make sure to check out Dragon the Peg, available where you watch podcasts. Go check out Contessa Lestrange on Facebook and Instagram. Go watch their video again. Thank you so much, Contessa. We'll see you later.
No worries. See you later.
Well, okay. Thanks so much, Contessa Lestrange. We are about to go into our intermission, but before we do, I just want to really quickly check in with one Mr. RACECAR Festival if he's still here. He's not still in the chat, and that's okay. I was going to talk to him and ask about the album that he released recently, which is available on Bandcamp, and I forget the name, which is why I was going to ask him about it. And that's okay. Maybe I'll talk to him right after the intermission. Okay, that's the first half of the show. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you to Contessa Lestrange. I am going to take about a 10-minute break or so go get yourself a snack, make yourself a drink, and we're going to be back with ANJALI SANDHU after the break. Okay. Pretend I'm not here. I'm swapping to this. Oh, God. Hello. We're back. How was your intermission? Did you make a snack? Was it a grilled cheese? I hope you got yourself a drink. If you drink, I finished mine, so I'm going to have myself another one. Oh, God. It just has a bunch of question marks on it. You don't know what it is. It's illegal. Also, I don't know if you can hear the noises that are going on outside, the like banging and moving and stuff like that. I discovered at 7 p.m. that my upstairs neighbors had moved out yesterday. So there are people moving in today. They started at 7 p.m. So they started moving at 7 p.m. So that's what that is, if you can hear it. It's fine. Who starts moving at 7 p.m.? That's all I'm saying. It's weird. Here we are, the back half of the show. Thanks so much for being patient through the technical difficulties of the talk with Contessa. We didn't get the chance to properly test mics and everything. My fault. So appreciate that. I also wish that I was able to like see the YouTube comments and stuff like that. But if I open the YouTube to look at all your wonderful comments and feedback, then you'd see it and it would be a feedback loop and it wouldn't be pleasant. And if there's anything I am, it's pleasant. We're gonna hop right into it with my next guest. She recently graduated law school. She had a 4-star show at the Winnipeg Fringe last year, I think, called I'm Not Taylor Swift. She was on CBC's Burden of Truth. She is one of the most powerful people I've ever met in my life. Please continue to clap for ANJALI SANDHU. Here we go. Clap, 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 clap. Hi, ANJALI. She's connecting. Oh, hello. I can hear you. I'm sure that I'll get 8 text messages if they can't hear you.
Okay, wait. How do I make it so I see my face bigger than yours?
I think if you go to speaker view up at the top,
Okay, whatever.
it might be that one. I don't know.
I just like to look at my own face.
I know what you mean. I'm constantly looking at myself.
Properly.
Yeah. I have a nice lamp.
I have phone with my light, my ring light. I have this phone with like the chat. Can you hear me?
You're on there? You'll be able to
Yeah.
see. I haven't gotten anything, so I think you're good.
Oh wait, let me tell my family it's on because they told me to tell. I'm on now.
Great.
Okay. That's the light.
I think it's pretty good. It's a little bit cold, but it's pretty good. Is that right? I don't know if cold is. Well, there you go. It matches. Ice Queen. Imagine if you were on like a real TV talk show and then right before you went on, you had to be like about to go on the show. Thanks for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
It's an honor. I've got some questions I wrote down. The first thing I want to ask you is, so you recently graduated law school.
Well, yeah, I don't have the cartoon yet. That's
Right.
something that I can ask everything.
Okay.
And then obviously my mind, like I remember being like I'm this every year. But
Yeah.
I could have
On the last day, you suddenly forgot everything and you got 20%.
well, the finals like lost for 100.
Oh,
But yeah, with finals, I messed up that one exam.
that's it. You're done? That's terrifying.
But the thing, I feel like people don't. Also in law school, they're only allowed to give pass and grade.
Okay. Wow.
Everyone could have gotten like 90%, and the people 95%.
An A. You get a B. I think that I'm hearing that you're a little bit quiet, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost my light.
We're going to troubleshoot. Hold on, everybody. Thanks for your patience.
Can you hear me now better?
I think that seems better, probably.
Is this better? Guys,
Sound off in the comments. Tell ANJALI.
help.
Help.
They were talking so much during the break. Now,
I know.
what if they hate me?
They've all stopped watching.
Okay, they say they can hear. I
Okay. Turn up the volume. I'll talk a little bit quieter because I know I was a little loud.
I feel like you're just making this up. Can you hear okay?
I can hear you fine, but I could hear Contessa fine too, so it's a little harder.
Wait, I couldn't hear you.
Ah!
I love her. I didn't need to hear anything. Her face was-
She's beautiful.
Like,
Thank God.
When I could hear her, it was like a bonus.
Right. It's like a nice little plus.
To be efficient, people are gonna be like, why is someone calling me?
It's probably someone called me too and I did not pick up because I'm not going to pick up the phone on my live show.
Yes.
I love this so much. This is part of the show. I planned this.
Sorry. Oh my God, it's Christina. You can't.
Of course, it's Christina. She called me too.
Oh, I'm so upset. Okay, well, thanks for calling. It's Christina Guevara saying that she cannot hear me. I'm so upset. I'm using.
We're gonna figure it out.
Mic. So
At the bottom, there's a but you can click the little arrow.
I'm using the built-in, internal speakers, test speaker and microphone. Okay. And then it says pause and speak. I think it must be a YouTube thing.
It might be that it's not translating super well. I know that is a thing, and I have like an external mic to avoid that. You might just have to like speak a little louder than you want to.
Wait, let me see if my family is listening.
Okay.
Like, maybe it's a Christina thing.
Maybe Christina just can't hear. No, I'm pretty sure it's not just Christina. I wonder if there's anybody that I don't know watching this show right now that's just like, why are they just talking about people I don't know? No one can hear.
Okay, wait, tell me if this doing. Okay, let me see.
We're gonna figure it out.
Here now. Okay, yeah, but okay, well, tell me to hurry up. My dad is giving me headphones.
Okay, hold on everybody, we're getting some headphones. We're gonna make this work.
Let me tell them here.
Thanks for your patience, everyone. I don't know how to use Zoom.
Oh, they're right on the table. Okay. I'll use them. Please.
Those are the boys. Throw them on. Oh.
I can't find them. Ugh. If I literally just scream, can people hear me?
How's that, everybody? Sound off in the chat.
I'm literally screaming.
John Ann and Christina, text me. Can Anjali scream? Does it work?
Oh, here are headphones. I found them, but it's okay, guys.
We're in business, baby. Oh my god, my life is ruined and I'll never forgive you for this.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you're gonna want to hold it close to your mouth.
What is this? Okay. And then I change it so that it hears the mic.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Okay, same as system. Audio settings. Here we go. Okay, it's showing. Does it work now?
It's like 20 seconds behind on YouTube.
Yeah, I have the headphones. Can you hear me?
I love live TV.
So you still can't hear even with these headphones. Built-in output headphones. Yeah, that's what I'm using.
My friend John says you're good with the headphones.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
And we trust him.
Great.
Okay.
Okay, wait. This is now they're saying it's a moderate improvement. Okay, I'm gonna scream into these head. Can you hear me now when I'm literally screaming? Sorry, John.
It's okay. I want the fans to be able to hear.
Yeah, that's my goal, is for people to hear as well. I feel so terrible, but like, honestly, why did we think that I would be able to function with technology?
We should have known better than to assume that it would go smoothly.
Okay, they're saying we can hear. I love how I've been friends with Christina for so many years, but I don't have her number saved in my phone.
Oh, she got a new phone recently.
Okay, then I'm not a terrible.
You're not a terrible friend. You're an okay friend.
People or
Whatever, they'll deal.
Okay, here's Christina.
Oh.
Hi, Christina.
Christina, you get a producer credit now.
Okay, yeah, Christina's gonna say how. Yeah. Oh my god, you're so smart. You are so smart. Hey, here's what Christina said. She said if I call you and you put me on speakerphone, they'll be able to hear both. Oh, but you're using headphones.
Well, there is a mic, so it might work, but
Okay, should we give that a try?
okay.
You don't.
I'm-
You don't have my phone number.
I don't think either of us have each other's phone numbers.
Facebook number.
Great.
That does not deserve.
Yeah, I don't think either of us should just put our phone numbers on this chat.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, fans. I apologize.
Yeah, sorry, everybody.
Here I am.
This is part of the adventure. Okay, I'm calling you.
Yeah, I tried it without headphones first. Stop yelling. Or maybe I need.
Okay, I'm putting you on speaker on my phone. And it's right next to the mic.
Okay. Can people hear me? No, I feel like I'm too quiet. Oh, and it's doing that weird whistle thing.
I knew that would happen.
Okay, I'm gonna not.
Headphones. And okay, so I was gonna talk like this.
Apparently people can't hear me. And apparently the headphones weren't working.
This is incredible. This is the best possible outcome for this show. I'm so happy with this. I'm getting such conflicting reports from everybody. I've got people saying that they can hear you. All right, hang up. I love this. This is part of the show. This is art. This is theater. This is what it's all about.
People here now.
Everybody,
Can you go and do a thumbs up?
everybody, turn up your volume.
Turn up the volume.
Everybody, not you.
Oh yeah. Okay, built in. Okay, is it working now? Okay, can you go and check right now then? I'm making my sister check. Hopefully it's working.
Great. Got Nick Taylor on the job.
Oh, test mic. Okay, can you guys hear now? I think that it's gonna work.
Definitely use the mic. Definitely use the headphones and the mic.
Christina apologizes. I apologize to everyone.
Yeah, the phone. I knew it wouldn't work.
Today, feeling good about myself. I was excited to do this show. I thought that maybe I can contribute something and help people in the world. And then I realized that is absolutely not the case.
No, there's no way. What we're gonna do is we're gonna spend 10 minutes figuring out an audio issue, and then we're gonna call people.
And the show is over. Bye.
And that's it. That's our time.
Bye.
Just kidding. There's no limit. I can go as long as I want.
Great.
Okay, we've got confirmation that the headphones work. We are good. This is working, and we're gonna pretend that the interview is just starting. So everybody, spin around a couple times.
Okay. I'm ready.
Hi, ANJALI. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
It's a real pleasure to have you with your working microphone that everyone can hear clearly.
Exactly. Well, you know me.
Yeah.
Technological whiz.
We are prepared, and we tested this ahead of time.
Yeah,
So,
you really should have done that. You honestly, in your defense, you tried to.
I did.
Actually, it's not our fault. It's you two, because we could hear each other fine.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's not dwell on the past.
No, it's over. It's bad.
I want to ask
I've got some questions. The first thing I want to ask you is what is the most illegal thing you've ever done?
is the most illegal thing I've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
If I answered this question, I feel like they'd immediately revoke my
Really? I was wondering.
Are you an idiot? Why the hell would you answer that on a live, talk show?
I know.
Over the internet?
Recorded. All right. You outsmarted me. I was trying to get you to fail law school.
You're trying to get me not admitted to
Hee hee hee.
the Law Society of Manitoba.
That was the
I've
plan.
never done anything illegal.
Right. Me neither. Okay. Real question. I watched your short film, If I Could Go Back, on CBC, where you talked about your experiences with racism as a child and what you would say now if you could go back. So I guess I'm wondering, I mean, what was that experience like for you to talk about such a personal experience for such a wide audience?
It wasn't, well, it wasn't, I actually had initially written a piece that was a lot more like emotional and vulnerable and sad.
Right.
And there was funny parts, but like, it was like, you could tear up if you wanted to. But it was way too long. So I kind of just like the first, If I Could Go Back, is based on that.
Okay.
Like story.
Right.
And then I just added extra stuff. So I like wrote the long one and I was like, okay, this isn't gonna work. And then I kind of like, in the middle of the night, like just like, I know what to do.
So then the first example, correct me if I'm wrong, but that was about your grandmother wearing traditional clothes to Grandparents' Day at school, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was an event that happened where people made fun of you for that.
Yeah. All of them I think were, all of them were true. Yeah, everything was based like on a true story. Obviously I didn't have witty comebacks back then, but I think that one thing that I really am interested in like exploring is going back in time to protect yourself when you were like a kid or when you couldn't. I'm working on like, I'm not working on, but like I've always wanted to use that concept and kind of build on that. I have like a screenplay, a crazy like horror movie
Excellent.
that I started working on years ago, and then I lost the notebook with all the info in it, and I was like, forget it.
It's over. I'll never do it.
I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah. I think that's so interesting because there is so much that you experience as a kid that you don't recognize, you know, the societal reasons that happens. Like experiencing racism as a child, I cannot even begin to relate to how that must feel. Yeah.
It's like, kind of like don't even understand exactly what it is.
Right.
Like I would go to this crazy Indian dance school when I was little. I don't recommend Indian dance.
Okay, I was gonna sign up for it, but
Great, well don't.
okay.
Actually, yeah, don't. But why are they saying to shout? Sorry, my family's now saying, I'm just gonna talk a little bit louder.
Okay.
Okay, so I would like wear Indian clothes for these dance classes, and then after my dad would always take us to 7-Eleven, and I'd always be super embarrassed to go in these Indian clothes, but I was like, do I face the embarrassment like for a Slurpee?
Right.
Obviously the answer is yes.
Yeah, you deal with it.
Kids shouldn't have to be embarrassed about
No,
clothes.
absolutely. Do you, okay, my next question is, that's the sort of like mockery and racism that you deal with your culture, is that something that you still experience in at school or in comedy or anything?
Not as overtly.
Right.
People, like, especially being in law, people are very PC, and so they won't really voice those opinions.
Right.
But, like, you know they exist because you read YouTube comments and you
Yeah.
read Facebook comments, and you know that people are still feeling this way. They're just not brave enough anymore
Yeah.
to do it in public
Yeah.
or to your face, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah.
because you kind of think, oh, it's solved, but it's really not.
Right.
For my particular video that was about racism, I didn't read any of the Facebook comments, the CBC, and anything about race. You know that there's crazy
A
people
nightmare.
in their 80s screaming, or even younger.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's not people in their 80s.
It's not necessarily, yeah. No, I know what you mean, because what do we got?
Unlimited. Sorry, because that really popped up on the screen.
Okay, great. So I was wondering, you mentioned that you didn't have these witty comebacks as a kid, of course. So these are things that you've been able to come up with since. Was stand-up something that helped you be able to come up with that sort of like snappy comeback?
Obviously when you're doing stand-up and you're kind of in that mindset, like funny things just pop into your mind randomly.
Right.
Which actually doesn't happen, like when I'm not really into stand-up or when I haven't been doing it for a while, it doesn't really happen, but when I'm very much engaged with it, like things will just come to me. So yeah, I don't know. I guess yeah, stand up. It's just like funny comebacks, witty comebacks. It all is the same. The same. I wanted to say the same cow.
Different milk.
Same cow.
Same cow, different milk.
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? So you appeared on the TV show Burden of Truth recently.
Yes.
That was in the bio that you sent to me. So that makes you probably the most famous person that I know. What was it like working on a CBC show?
It's very cool. I had my own trailer, so
Whoa.
I got to set and had my trailer. And then I got in for like hair and makeup. Everyone was super nice. I wore a hijab for it. It was an interesting experience because like this face requires hair. I give so much props to like women who wear the hijab and they still look like totally gorgeous
Yes.
like me.
Uh-huh.
Like just this. No. That's not something anyone needs to see, so
I don't think it would work for me either.
what I'm trying to say is very brave of me. It was a very brave move.
You're a real hero if you think about it.
Very much so.
Ooh.
It was cool. My scene was with the two leads, Christian
Cool.
Kriak and the other lead.
Whoever the other one is.
His name is Billy in the show. I should remember his real name. But
He's not watching it.
that's alright. He's not here right now.
Exactly.
And yeah, it was really cool. They knew, everyone on set knew that I was in law school.
Cool.
And they thought I was cool. And like I wasn't. I thought it was cool. They asked me questions like, Kristen and Billy, which isn't
Isn't his real name?
who actually is an shout out to our sponsors tonight. He is an NTS graduate.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is our sponsor. Shout out to our sponsor NTS for funding this
My
whole
sister
show.
goes to that school.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she wants me to say her name or not. So
I
won't. But my last
I
name
know
is
her name.
SANDHU. You could probably
You could
figure
put
it
it
out.
together if you
Also,
are watching from
I
NTS.
don't know how many Indian kids are in NTS. So also I look fairly like her, so you could probably like there's only 300 kids in the school.
You could probably figure it out. We exposed her for being ANJALI's sister and going to NTS, which are both very embarrassing for her.
You shouldn't badmouth your sponsors. What are you doing?
I'm kidding. We love NTS. We're grateful for their financial support.
Yeah, great. What was the question again? Oh yeah.
We
So they asked me questions. They're like, Anjali, what do lawyers keep in the little podium? And I was like, their lunch boxes. And they're like, really?
Really?
No, paper and stuff.
I want to know.
Yeah, they're really nice. Super, super nice. Kristen Kriak is like as beautiful in person as she is on screen.
Wow.
I was just like, even with the team of makeup and like the wardrobe, like I cannot look like that. And then I was like, this is why I have 2 lines and she's the lead.
They thought about it. So something you've talked about a little bit before that I'm curious to hear about is you've mentioned about like legal or the representation of like lawyers and law and legal process in pop culture and accuracy and that sort of thing. Do you think it's important that pop culture reflects law accurately, and how does it fail to do so?
That's a big question.
Mhm.
It can be important, like things like Miranda rights. So that's in the States, like you have the right to remain silent, and
Yeah.
you can't say a cannabis will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, the state will provide one for you or something like that.
Dun dun.
We have charter rights here, but we don't have Miranda rights. And there are places in the world, like there's a study, and people in like South Africa thought they had Miranda rights. They watch so much TV.
Yeah, right.
It's an American thing.
Yeah.
Female lawyers tend to be portrayed really horribly. That was one of my paper topics in my second year.
Yeah.
So they're usually portrayed really cold, really catty. There's no females supporting each other. If you look at things like The Good Wife or How to Get Away with Murder, the women are always at each other's, the female lawyers are always at each other's throats.
Right.
And there's not really support. For my law and pop culture paper, I wrote a feature-length screenplay, and it was literally just about like women lawyers supporting each other.
That's so good.
NTS, if you'd like to fund that project.
NTS, if you're watching.
I know that you're theater school, but
It applies. There's no such thing as theater anymore since of COVID.
True.
Pandemic. Okay. Who is your favorite fictional lawyer?
I want to say, like, she's like technically a real lawyer, I think, and she's also technically not a lawyer. So like, she ended up going to law school, but I really like Erin Brockovich.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's fair.
People like think of me as the Elle Woods of law school.
That I am. Yeah.
This was my campaign poster for valedictorian, like just pink. I wore Barbie sweatsuits. All my pens and pencils were pink.
Yeah.
I'm currently drinking out of this mug.
Oh, I noticed. Very Elwoods.
But no, I really like Erin Brockovich.
Cool.
I guess Legally Blonde. I wanted my next fringe show, so my last one was I'm Not Taylor Swift,
Mm-hmm.
and I want the next one to be I'm Not Elle Woods.
Excellent.
And instead of in Taylor Swift, I had like an outfit reveal, and in I'm Not Elle Woods, I want to have like a wig reveal, so it's like not like from blonde to brunette. Because I can't pull off blonde for more than like a
You just put it on and then instantly take it off. I believe it.
I have several blonde wigs at home. I failed to wear.
Okay, that leads me to my next question. Who would win in a fight or in a law setting? Elle Woods or Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird?
Now this is very hard
Mm-hmm.
because the genres are different, the timing
Yeah.
is different.
Mhm.
Like the law changes so much.
Right.
Is Atticus keeping abreast of the changes in the law?
I think he would. I think he'd be up to date on the
Like, if
changes.
They were both in the same like call year.
Yes.
God. It depends on the case. If
Right.
it was like criminal, I feel like Elle would win.
Okay.
If it was more like human rights stuff, I
It'd be
feel like
Atticus.
Atticus would win.
Okay.
I'm taking this question very seriously.
I appreciate that. It is a very serious question. I want to know. I want to know the
like
answer.
a setup to say something funny, but like I can't even go there because it's just like my mind is stumped.
Yeah, it's a tough one. They're two of the greatest lawyers in popular culture.
Yeah. I feel like Viola Davis's character would beat both of them.
Right. Well, she would win any case at all. Period.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I was gonna say me.
You think you're a better lawyer than Atticus Finch? Is that what you're saying? That's a bold statement.
I think I am. He had his day, and he lost.
He did lose.
What a loser. He lost.
Oh.
Atticus Finch is a failure.
He's a failure. He's a bad lawyer. Honor?
Elle would win.
You're right. Elle did win.
Great.
We solved it. All right. Well, thank you so much, Anjali, for this interview. This was a pleasure. Sorry, everybody. I hope so. I am.
21 people in the chat the last time I checked, so either it improved or you have a very low following.
I think it's probably a combination of the two.
They're like, no, someone in the comments said Atticus would win in a fist fight, but only barely. But I don't think Atticus would fight.
No,
Elle.
I agree.
I can't hit a girl.
I think he'd be like, "This is wrong," and Elle would like stab him.
I would with a stiletto.
Like exactly, she'd take the shoe off instantly. He's dead, and then Viola Davis would be her lawyer in the trial. So
Get away with murder.
of Atticus Finch. I'm not going to remove you because I'm going to add Mr. RACECAR Festival and Contessa LESTRANGE. We're going to play a quick game all together.
Okay.
So here they come.
Great.
If this works. The gang's all here. Ooh. Hello, everyone test your audio. And then we're gonna take 10 minutes to get a bunch of text messages yelling.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah, your audio is awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome.
Hello. Contessa, you're maybe a little quiet.
Why is my audio so bad?
Everybody hear me okay?
I can hear.
I mean, I can hear nothing. I can hear everyone quite well, actually.
I can hear everyone too.
Well, I'm sure that the YouTube chat will let us know their opinions. So, I'd like to play a game called Never Have I Ever with the three of you right now. And so, the way Never Have I Ever works for the folks watching at home, and maybe all of you, is we say Never Have I Ever, and then a statement, something that we've never done before. And then everyone else, I mean, it's a game that you play at like a work party when you don't actually want to talk to your coworkers, so you drink instead. So if you've done the thing, you have to drink, but I do whatever you want. I'm gonna drink. Whatever.
Wait, what? Okay, so you drink if you've done it.
If you've done it, and that exposes you as someone who has done the thing. So I'm gonna go first, and then if you all have one, we'll all go through all of you. No worries if you don't. I planned. I'm just gonna move my cursor. So, keep in mind, I wrote a lot of these in like February when I was planning the show, and so back in February there wasn't a pandemic. So some of the things I've done since. So we'll just see what happens and keep it updated. So, never have I ever been interviewed for a newspaper.
Oh, I have.
How many fingers do we have? I was literally
Oh, right.
filming TikToks in the interim, and I got caught so off guard.
Good. That's what you get.
Okay, 5. So I did it. So I put one in.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about this part. Okay, so
I've been
everyone but me.
for a newspaper multiple times. Do I have to?
That's your call, I guess.
Okay, well I would be out.
Oh, she's somebody.
Oh, she's famous, is she?
Sorry,
Can't all be superstars like
Okay, somebody else. Somebody else's turn. Never have I ever. Anybody got one? I can go again. I've got a list.
Can I first say this is... Oh, hold on.
What would you like to say?
Can I say this is like Dream Team?
This
Love all
is a
you
dream
so
team. Look at this crew.
This is so lovely. What if we became best friends after this and became Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but like wig? Sisterhood of the Traveling Wig.
And it's this one.
As long as it's not Nora's.
Ah!
Little Orphan Annie's a robot.
I did not sign up for this slander. I'm gonna kick you. Okay, does anyone else have one, or I'll go?
Got one.
Okay.
Never have I ever seen a ghost or had a pair of
I have a fake, yeah. I have a fake one, but not a real one. That I made up for attention.
That doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
No way.
That's pretty good though.
I had one. I stayed in a haunted hotel in Wales one time, and there was some ghosts. You brought it up.
brag about it, why don't?
I saw some ghosts of a dead kid.
What did they do? What?
Yeah, he was tiny. Well, okay, I didn't see the ghost, but I saw like weird shit happening that can only be attributed to a ghost or a hotel trying to make it look like a ghost.
Hard to tell these days.
Who knows? Okay, anybody else?
Someone in the comments said, never have I ever spoken into a microphone.
Damn, what the
They are coming for you.
I'm not looking at the. I want to look at the comments.
I refuse to look
These
at the
mics
comments.
are dusty.
Dan, not all of us are in a band.
Yeah, Dan, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're not all in.
But it's YouTube's fault, because we can all hear each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got another one.
What is it?
So, never have I ever lived through a global pandemic. Oh. Oh,
Well, I
okay.
know.
Well, I wrote it in February.
I feel like there's time to die left. It's like, for now, I'll put down a finger.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it through.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows what will happen.
Okay, anybody else? Anybody else got another one?
Wait.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hi.
Hi.
Anybody have one?
I only have one, but it's very obnoxious and no one's going to except me.
I want to hear it.
Never have I ever lived on the same street. Saga.
Lived on the same street as Lazy.
That's
Yeah, yeah. So, I'll tell the story.
please.
Because I brought it up. I was, my cousin was living in New York. It was only for a month, and it was because he was taking some course. He's a heart. So he rented this really nice apartment on 110 Central Park South. At 100 and I don't remember if it was 6 or if it was another number, but on one of the buildings, there's always a huge line and like a barrier and people sitting out of it. Like, oh, I wonder what's going on there, like whatever. And then after I got back, I found out it's because Lady Gaga lives there. And I was sort of like, why didn't I tweet her on?
That's wild.
So now that's my break for a month, but it counts.
That's very good.
I would rip my skin off for an opportunity like that.
Yeah, Peppermint Fatty, if she's still watching, is losing her mind.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever told her that story.
Ooh. Contessa, are you brushing your hair?
What do you want? What?
I can't or it'll ruin my wig.
That's a nice brush. That's a very nice brush.
The wig brush.
Okay. Never have I ever had all of my summer plans fall apart in the course of 1 week. I'm at 2. I wrote it before the pandemic.
I don't believe that. They seem very like on. Like
seem
on
very
top.
pointed.
Oh, does it seem like I wrote it for this show and said that I wrote it in February as a lie to make it seem like a funny bit?
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong. I didn't do that.
Can we talk about the fact that we're just getting ripped apart in the comments right now?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Everyone in the chat bullying me for my goddamn show. I got paid.
Aaron, what's your damage?
I-
Sure. Oh my God.
Yeah,
It's so bad that they can't hear because I've been saying some really great and poignant stuff.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
I would like the chat to know that it's impossible to order audio equipment in the wake of the coronavirus because Amazon and Best Buy and every single company won't sell it. So,
It's a struggle to make out the words and numbers. Who the hell is throwing around numbers? In
I
this?
think it means this.
Oh,
I mean,
oh. So you can't see or hear then?
it sounds like your computer sucks.
Yeah, that's a you problem.
All right, I have one more.
Okay.
Never have I ever live streamed an entire show from my living room.
Oh,
You can't do that. Do you understand the name of the game? It's never been
Do you understand? I can do whatever I want. It's my show.
got a couple, but they're very like playgroundy because I on them.
Okay.
Never have I ever.
I've eaten a bug.
Not on purpose, no.
I eat bugs all the time. I eat bugs for breakfast. All right. Well, since everyone hates all of your audio equipment, I think it's time to call Never Have I Ever. It was a rousing success. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I'm going to remove you from the Zoom call now, one at a time.
great.
Goodbye. This was a blast. Goodbye. Here we go.
Bye.
Ooh. Okay. Well, we did it. And nobody had good audio equipment. And I apologize for that. But you know what? This is a free show. So, what are you going to do? And that's it. I didn't really plan an outro, so here we are. I have a few thank yous that I'd like. Thank you to ANJALI SANDHU. Thank you to CONTESSA LESTRANGE. Thank you to Mr. RACECAR FESTIVal, Isaac Tate, for being my guests and band tonight. Make sure to go check out Isaac's album on Bandcamp. I forgot to look up the name at intermission. I am so sorry, Isaac. But it's RACECAR Festival on Bandcamp. Check out Contessa on Instagram. Check out Dragon the Peg. Check out ANJALI on social media. She's going to start performing at some point, probably, now that she's done law school. We'll see. I'm Jon After Hours. My name is also Nora Vision. My name is also Jonathan Morant. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I've had an incredible time, and I so appreciate your support. Thank you to NTS, National Theatre School of Canada, for funding this show. I got a grant. Thank you to Stara David for styling this week. Thank you to Purple Haze at Exantegu Nails for making the nails that I didn't wear today. There's a drag show tomorrow, Queer and Teen. It is at 8 p.m. I'm in it. A bunch of other incredible local legends, at least I think they're legends, are performing. You can catch it at 8 p.m. at twitch.tv/rosemortel. The picture was there before. I don't know what else to say. Thank you so much. This has been Jon After Hours. You've been the audience. Good night. If I could... This is part of the show.